resources. Don't forget accessibility. So, as you're gathering your resources, one of the things that we're certainly coming to grips with here, I think, as are all campuses, is the idea of trying to make sure that we're as accessible as possible to all students. And accessibility is good for everybody. It's not really just good for the people who have some sort of a disability of some kind. It's actually good for everybody. The example that I'd like to show here, so I'm going to switch back to course, is this course here in audiology. This course uses this is by Heather Jensen over in the Communicative Disorders Department. She has taken each of her lectures and she's made the effort to try to make this accessible in as many ways as possible. So she has a downloadable MP4 and MP3 that students can take with them. She has slides, and she has a transcript. She's made a transcript for everything. And students they watch what we found is that students say they're watching the video, reading the transcript as they're watching it, they're making notes, they're taking the slides, they're taking this thing along with them on their iPods, and they're listening to them on the bus or watching them on their iPhones. And students, she just gets awesome teacher evaluations from students just because she's made this so accessible. And I don't really think she has anybody in her course who has, a visual or an auditory disability necessarily. But if she does, she's ready to go. Just a plug for accessibility there. Okay, other things worth noting. We've talked a little bit already about how people are resources. You can tap into their energy and experience and abilities. The environment's a resource. The secret weapon isn't this dog. One of your secret weapons, resources, is you. This dog's pointing at you. I thought it was a cute picture anyway. So, you are the biggest difference between an online course and a textbook or a website or a Google search. In an online course, an instructor is there, and your presence makes the quality of the experience. Now, if you think about this, really, the online environment brings its own set of strengths, and it allows you to be able to focus on your own strengths. Now, we've talked a lot about that here lately at USU. Say you're an excellent researcher, but maybe you have a hard time standing up in front of people and presenting or getting ready for a lecture. The opportunity that you have online is that you can capture some of that content, that stuff that you go over every time, put that in an online format that can be reused, and then use your time to really get in there and mentor, to really get in there and allow students to be part of your professional career and your accomplishments. What's the difference between an online course and somebody going out and looking this up online? Well, it's the fact that they have a professional, somebody who is an expert in this area that they can approach, that they can interact with. And that's really been one of the focus areas that we've appreciated with Canvas here, is that it's built in, it's tried to make that easy with video chat, conferences, and notifications, things like that. So it's one of those areas that I think has a lot of promise in online, and as we get further and further into the 21st century and into these collaborative technologies, online really can become a fantastic learning environment.